So yes, I'm François. I'm the Chief Product Officer at EasyRecruit. Today, it has been a very special year for everyone. Just Hank and Michael said, you, for your company, your families, and it has been the same for EasyRecruit. So the presentation is going to be a bit different today. We are not going to speak about modules, EasyRecruit module. We are going to focus more on the new challenges and the new issue that you're facing today with the new normal. Okay, and I will explain you how we plan to help you with fixing those new issues. Okay, so as Michael said previously, we spend a lot of time call you during the lockdown and after to understand your situation and your vision of the next step. And of course, we adapted a lot of our plans and roadmap. The three main issues that we saw is remote is going to become, for at least quite a few quarters, the new normal. So a lot of you were asking us the question, how can I recruit when I'm not meeting other recruitment stakeholders, not meeting candidates face-to-face? How can I adapt my recruitment practices depending on the situation of my own company? Okay, because the company can or not. And how do I get prepared in terms of skills management if my company is facing strategy shift tomorrow due to the sanitary or the economic situation? Okay, it's three issues. So as you know, this funny GIF. So yeah, remote is the new normal and it requires dedicated tools and methods. So despite the that we all know, working in remote as a recruiter is a very serious challenge for you because it's a team job. It's not only the job of HR, it's a collaboration. It's a collaborative project with different types of people, including hiring managers. So it's not only for HR, the recruitment. How do we collaborate efficiently if the tools are not totally adapted for remote or for a recruitment purpose, if I have remote tools? The second big point is how do I assess the soft skills when I'm not meeting the candidate face-to-face? Some of you were telling us, I need to feel in some way the candidate. How do I do if I don't meet them? And the last point was how I do empower the final client of recruitment, the hiring manager, in order to limit casting errors, okay? So casting errors, we know that they happen, but they may increase with the remote recruiting. So to you with two ways for every stakeholder, including hiring managers, solutions, collaboration centric, try to have a collaboration approach and think our solution in order to get a more factualized decision for better hirings. Okay, and everything goes through collaboration. So huge evolution that we are going to focus on, it's our live solution, so the possibility to do remote live interviews. So we are going to add the possibility to make a live assessment with several recruiters or several candidates at the same time. Okay, so you are seeing the screen of what it's going to look like. The live is going to be responsive, so it will be possible for both candidates and recruiters to use it on mobile and on tablet. Very convenient when you are not at your desk. And in order to ease the screen share, the possibility to present business case, for example, the screen sharing, okay? And of course, with all the advantages of live, to speak, to know that on the platform, you and get results. By the end of the year, what we are going to do is centralize all the assessment results from the Easy platform in order to help you take better collaborative decisions, okay? Because efficient, information needs to be centralized. So the idea is that tomorrow, all information from the EasyRecruit assessment will be centralized on this new candidate profile. For example, it's going to be the bot screening question results, the pre-recorded interview answers and assessment from recruiters or hiring managers, the planner invitation, the easy speaking results, etc., etc. So with all this information centralized at one point, recruiters and hiring managers will be able to know very easily if the assessment done by a candidate is compliant or not, or if additional assessments are necessary. Okay, and of course, how can I say that the centralized feedbacks will permit to never ask twice the same question and dig what needs to be when previous assessment or interview wasn't perfect. Okay, so of course all this information are going to still to be sent to your ATS, but the feedbacks what we got is that sometimes hiring manager either they don't have access to the ATS, or sometimes they are not trained enough. So we believe that it's the centralization for all the assessment results will be also very, very easy for them to understand and to get more implicated in the remote hiring process. Okay. In order to make it even more easy, the automatic scheduling feature by being able to match availabilities of several recruiters and hiring manager. We know it's always a nightmare to find a common slots between recruiters and hiring manager. We need to, it needs 10, 12 emails to be sure to find a good matching slot. So our scheduling automatic feature will do that for you. So time spent on that. And we will also give you the possibility with our planner to invite for remote live interview with the major video solutions like GoToMeeting, like Zoom, like Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet. So of course, we recommend to use our live solution, not because it's a live solution, but because it has been made for recruitment purpose. So all the feedbacks and the notes that you will be taking during the live in our solution will be sent on the platform and on the ATS, which is not the case when you use regular video solutions. Okay. In order to assess the issue, we to or the behavior we are going to create and to have new features to our assess module. Today we have easy feeling, of course, assessment, and we also have the test builder that lets you build your assessment for hard skills or soft skills, more for hard skills. Tomorrow we will add off-the-shelf content for the test builder, so it will be test and question queries that will be made by Easy Recruit team and from partner for very specific skills, like let's say Excel, for example, or a specific job position with role play. Okay, for example. And the second part, we are going to help you assess in a better way the soft skills part of the candidate. So we will include two echelon test versions. So it's the big 5. One is 10 questions. It's very easy. So and one longer, 120 questions, which is better for the end of the recruitment. And if it's not enough, we are going to add, in addition, cognitive gaming tests we'll be doing with, okay, to have a full spectrum on the hard skills and on the soft skills of the candidates. Okay. So now, yeah, I was telling at the beginning that every one of you have a very different situation depending on your company, the size of your company, your industry, the location. So some of you keep recruiting, and the issue that they have is that with the new people on the job market, you have more and more and more and more applications, just like Heng was saying just before. There is other clients and prospects that we are in contact with who tell us we froze the recruitment, okay, but we need to get prepared for when we are going to be able to recruit again, okay? And the last issue is that we want to, some of you want to really focus on the internal marketplace, okay, with your internal talents. So for the companies that keep recruiting, we will chat this year by including before the end of the year the high matching with the skills. So basically, it's going to be the candidate will have the possibility to drag and drop and to automatically get the most, the job position, the open vacancies that seems to be fitting the most the skills included in the resume. Okay, so it's going to be easier for you to be sure that people choose the right offers depending on their skills. And for them, it will be really easier in terms of experience. We will also include a quite smart feature, because some of you, you have, a lot of you have the job offers on the job boards. And when the candidate applies, they are redirected to your career website. Our chatbot is going to understand that now. So if someone is arriving on your career website from a job board, all the context, what I mean by context is what job offers has been selected, will be understood by the chatbot. So the candidate will have the possibility to keep finishing his application inside the chatbot, okay, which is going to offer many cool opportunities that I'm just going to speak about now. Okay. It will happen in 2021. It's the assessment flow creation. Just a bit of context. When you launch a new recruitment, you need to list all the key elements to assess during the process. Diploma, the experience, the hard skills, the soft skills. And if it's really, really important that all recruitment stakeholders are okay with that, okay? So if the is not clear, for example, if the contract is not clear, it's where casting errors happens, okay? And a casting error in 2020, it's between 50K for the cost to 100K, depending on the position. So it's very, very expensive to miss, not to assess the skill the right way. And I think it will be even worse with the remote recruitment. So the objective of this feature, of the specific position, the assessment sequence to do with the easy recruitment. So basically, what do you want to assess? How you will assess them thanks to the easy recruit solution. Does the position needs easy speaking tests, hard skills tests, screening questions, interview, etc., etc. So it will allow you at each flow to the specificity job, because of course skills to assess are not the same for an accountant and a salesman, for example, and depending on the situation of the job, it's going to be very different in terms of steps. Let me give you 3 short examples. Let's start with volumetric profiles. So, for example, we have clients receiving 1,000 applications per day on very specific positions. So it's a nightmare for them to assess everything manually. So here, an example of an assessment flow would be asking screening question in the chatbot. If the answers are good enough, invite the candidate to a pre-recorded interview. And after your recruiters watch the interview and assess the interview, if the result is good, invite the candidate to a test builder. So to a hard skills test. Let's take another example, international profiles. You can start with pre-recorded video with those candidates. And when you shortlist the candidates for the best ones, you can send an easy speaking test. And if the candidate is C1 or above, plan an interview and do it with the live solution. Last example, rare profiles. So people like, I would say, Python developers who are very hard to catch. If they come on your career website or if they come from a job board, and if starts talking with the bot saying, okay, I want to be a Python developer in your company, here you don't need to make too many steps, otherwise he's gonna fly or she's gonna fly. So you have to attract them as fast as you can and say, okay, we want to meet you tomorrow and let's do it with Zoom or the live solution, of course. So before having this whole assessment flow solution ready, what you have to understand is that it's already possible it's already something that you can do with the platform today, okay? Some of the steps that I showed you are already automated. For example, today the chatbot can automatically invite to a pre-recorded or to a planner based on the result of the screening questions. And of course, from the pre-recorded to the test builder or from easy speaking to the planner, you can do it manually, okay? So there will be 2 steps, 2 phases, very simple. Oh, sorry. There will be two steps in 2021. The first one will be the revamp of the candidate profile that will help you trigger assessment from the candidate profile directly. I just spoke about it earlier. And progressively in 2021, we will add new automation between all solutions. Give you the possibility to create very easily on the EasyRecruit platform assessment flows that will change the EasyRecruit assessment. And finally, give you the power to create very easily automation between those assessments that will be triggered automatically by the candidate results in order for you guys to do them manually. So that's the case, for example, if I take this example here, if after easy speaking test, if the result is C1, not having someone at your company say, okay, it's a C1, so I'm inviting him or her to a planner to meet him with the live solution, the platform will do it automatically. Okay, but based on very concrete trigger that you will have programmed on the platform. Okay. After this very exciting feature, I'm going to give you another example that we keep doing assessments. Okay, but we can't have people come in our offices. So what can we do? So with the same feature, you will be able to the day with a panel of candidates. All the steps and assessment will be, of course, customizable to the job position. But, for example, there is the assessment flow, starting with a landing page presenting at the beginning of the agenda of the day. Then a webinar, so for a plenary broadcasting, explaining candidates how it's going to happen during the day, because it's something quite innovative, so they will have to know how it works. After that, possibility to make group lives with several candidates, for example, for them to resolve together a business case. Follow up with a test builder, so hard skills assessment, and if the results are very good, automatic scheduling to meet hiring manager by the end of the day. Okay, so it's flows that are chained together, okay, to make a special use case, which is the group data, but remote. So now, what's next? We have 3 minutes. How can we prepare tomorrow's strategic change? Because with the economic crisis and the new normal in terms of sanitary ways of doing business or working together, some of you will have their company strategy evolve in the upcoming quarter or year. So how do you get prepared for that? And how can you accelerate talent mobility when the external recruitment are frozen? So in order to develop the internal mobility, there will be internal recruitment focus, upskilling and reskilling in order to have people have the right skills at the right time, and prepare the company skill set for tomorrow. So how can we help you strengthen the internal mobility process? We are going to release pretty soon in Q4 a job ambassador program for a developed solution. So it's the last module of EasyRecruit, internal mobility solution. Let's say I'm discovering the possibility, I'm a product manager today, I'm discovering the possibility to become a salesman, for example. But before making the switch, this new feature, salespeople on the platform that can to know, to realize if I'm fit for the post, for the job or not, okay? So it's a bit of my life feature. We are going to create an internal recruitment scenario for a chatbot, okay? So everything that you internal recruitment will be possible for internal recruitment. And as you know already, our developed module helps employees discover new career path inside to internal mobility. And we are going to add in the upcoming months, we are going to upgrade the matching algorithm in order to add the motivation parts of the candidate, because you can have a skill, but you may not want to use it anymore because you want to focus on other skills that you have. So the idea is to have the matching algorithm of Develop, our internal mobility solution, understand that and make smarter recommendations that are the most important for the candidates, okay, because it fits the motivation. And to finish, help you map your company skill set to prepare for tomorrow. So today, it's already possible to map skills by geography, by job, by skills, and we are going to add new cartography, new mappings to help you understand and go deeper in the understanding of the skill set of your company. And we will add team by team, by business unit, etc., to understand the stage that you're at, invest more for trainings, depending on the levels that are required and the actual level, skill by skills of your team, etc. We are going to add the professional evolution project life plan feature, because when employee says, okay, I'm a product manager, I would like to get better at these skills, or I would like to become some, maybe a customer success manager tomorrow, it's just an idea. To become a project, they need to be followed up by the solution. So we will have a solution helping them do the actions that will make this project a reality. Okay. And last but not least, we released this year an internal staffing module that we are going to add new feature. But the idea of this module is to help you staff project when you have temporary projects for a month or for a year. And we will help you identify the right profiles to fit those missions, okay? And the objective is, of course, to reduce external temporary staffing budget, etc., etc. Okay, so it's not all the evolution that we have in the roadmap, but it's the main ones. The product and the tech teams are very, very on fire to help you with all these issues that we want you to fix and solutions. So we provide you short about that. But if you have any question, I will be able to answer them.